Okay, I'm starting my ONX tracker is, even though I don't have Alabama.
Okay, so what we're doing is we are gonna make a video for you guys. We're doing a little for our own enjoyment as well. We just saw a study that somebody did and said that they walked a high, actually I think it was very comparable, like 400 acre high fence farm, and they were finding 35% of the sheds. So we got access to a high fence farm and we're gonna go shed hunt it. However, we do not know, unfortunately we don't know the exact amount of deer on here, but we do know the exact amount of elk. Supposedly there's 5 bulls and 2 of which are like big bulls, and we know 2 of them have dropped. So there should be at least 4 elk antlers that are large, and so that kind of would give us a metric. If we can find all 4 of those elk antlers, then that'll give us at least somewhat an idea how many we're missing. So
we'll ask him though how many whitetails afterwards. Or did he say
he doesn't know the exact number. I already asked
Kyle.
So it'll be really interesting because there's whitetails on here, black buck, elk. I don't know, did they say fallow deer or axis deer?
Axis deer.
Axis deer. So we'll see. We're gonna go and walk this whole thing between the 4 of us, Eli, me, Easton, and Dad, and we're gonna see how many sheds we can find. This should be fun. Okay, so we're all just gonna spread out here and go that way.
And then we're gonna come back, like when we come in.
Yeah, I think let's meet. I'll meet down there somewhere. And we'll just come back.
I bet you that there's a road around all the fences.
So, I think the way I'm going to approach this is like I would with free ranging deer. I'm just going to find the most prominent game trails, stick to them, and get to areas where I feel like the animals are spending a lot of time.
So this is kind of crazy because you can see animals walking around in front of you. But if you think it's going to be easy, take a look at some of the stuff that we're going to be walking through.
Shed hunting a game farm, and this stuff is thick.
I just about got ran over by about 10 elk. Walked another 50 yards. Look at this baby. Fallow deer shed. Oh. Yes, sir.
Oh no, I think it's an axis deer. It's a big one, dude. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing. It's old. It's cool though.
We've been walking for about 30 minutes and I'm on the board. Check this out. My first shed is a axis deer or a fallow deer. This is gonna be pretty cool. Let me pick this thing up. I don't think that one is fresh. I think that might be a year old. But it's still cool.
Got out of that super thick stuff. Have a lot nicer open pines now. Honestly, from the tracks and the sign I'm seeing, it's been pretty much all elk. So I'm thinking that one of these 4 elk sheds may be laying back here. All right, I just got done filming that little deal, and I look up here and here's an antler. I'm not sure if it's an elk antler or what it is, but let's go find out. Tell you what, dude, if it's a whitetail antler, it's freaking huge. Oh, there's another one. Now we're talking. That's a whitetail antler. Oh man, it is a whitetail antler. Thing's a cranker. Look at that thing. It's huge. I think it's old. Let's go grab this other one. Maybe it'll be the match. How awesome is that? Oh, that's not good. It's freaking sweet. Might even be the same deer. I think it is. Dude, I think that's the same freaking deer. What are the odds of that?
So I've got 2 fallow sheds. And I don't know what Warren and Dad are finding. I think it's quite a bit. But I just think I found a jackpot. Boom, baby. It's old, but that's a freaking awesome shed. Holy cow. Oh gosh, it's heavy. Holy cow. It's freaking gnarly. This thing is sick. Wow.
As big as it is, it was a pretty impressive find.
Why?
It was all mossy, covered in super thick stuff.
Not fresh.
Yeah, but you got the only elk shed so far.
It's huge.
Yeah, he looks huge.
He looks big. Holy crap!
Lord, Lord.
Look at that.
God.
It's so heavy. Oh.
I don't know if they have red stags here, but
I
that's
didn't. When I picked it up, it did not feel right. Like, how does he have that on his head?
That looks more like a red stag than it does an elk.
But this is the haul so far. 0.7 miles for... I'm the only person with a whitetail shed. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is big. Also, I think it's the same buck. And they were about 100 yards apart. And then I got 1 fallow.
I got 2 fallows. One's got a whole bunch of points, and one's just kind of heavy,
This one's
kind of webby.
I got a big fallow.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty big one.
And then a little fallow. And the freaking unit today! And I did just ask them, I think it's a stag, because they had them before. They don't have them anymore. I would imagine you could call me stupid that this would be a red stag. So no elk. But we don't know. We'll have to do a DNA test on it
I
later.
think that's cooler.
Yeah, that thing's wicked. I think it's cooler if it's an elk. So how many acres do you think we covered looking at ONX?
I'm thinking like 60.
Dad thinks we've only covered 60 acres and walked around. I don't even think that.
Because what I'm
Really?
saying is that you've got, I mean, we walked through it, but like we
Well,
walked like an
or-
80-acre chunk, but we didn't cover it all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's less than that.
And so what if we did that? We're 1/10 of the way. If there's 500 acres, let's say we covered 50 acres, so we've covered 10%. We found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sheds.
Only 4 whitetails though, and 2 are the same buck.
And there's a lot more whitetails in here than there is.
I feel like we're gonna hit a patch where all the whitetails.
I would imagine they probably hang out.
I saw one buck that's still packing his antlers.
Whitetail? Black maw. So that's lake one of our shed hut. Pretty interesting, pretty fun. I just spotted another antler down here. Looks old. Let's go see what it is. I don't think it's a red stag antler like Easton's was. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh, oh yeah. Yep. Oh Lord. That's a freaking tank.
Well, I'm walking in here, and I just found a giant shed. I think it's a stag. So here we go. Look at that. Dang, it's old. thing is giant. I think Easton found the other side. See this one? They're just standing up. It's just a giant shed. It's chewed up and it's old, but it's giant.
Here we go. First whitetail shed, I think, that I'm about to find. It's a chewed up 5. Whopper. What? Oh, I didn't even see that one. I saw this one. There's another one.
You walked right by that one.
Well, I was looking at, I saw that one.
I didn't see that one. Is that your match, I wonder?
I don't know. I don't think so. No. Not a match.
That's it, dude. You ready? All right. Oh, gosh. This one. This is a big, big antler. Yeah, it's not getting any smaller. Holy moly. Oh my Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. That's a freaking tanker. Ooh. Good Lord. Yep, that's the biggest one. Holy cow. That's a freaking giant.
There's good news and bad news. Good news is I think I just found our first elk shed. Bad news is I got to pack it.
But that's a stag too.
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
I don't think so. I think that's an elk. What? An elk shed.
Where? Right here.
On the ground. That is really cool.
Look at that. That is gnarly. It's huge. Are you sure? This one isn't even close to as heavy as that other one.
Hold it down. Hold it down. Like, well, no, the other way. Like that. Now stand it up so I can take a picture. Yeah, like that right there.
Going through this pine stuff, I looked over and spotted this antler. Not sure. Oh my God! I thought it was a match on top of itself. Oh Lord! Holy cow! Woo! We just found a giant. Oh my gosh, that thing is humongous.
All right, so we said we were going out to do some shed hunting today on an enclosure. We didn't know how that was going to turn out. We didn't know if you're going to find one behind every corner or it would be tough. Well, then we saw what it looked like and we were like, this could be
rough.
A lot harder than we thought. Well, it was hard, but at the same time, we did pretty good.
However, information-wise, I don't know that we found a single fresh antler.
Yeah, I'm not positive, so.
They're all a year old.
Yeah, at least.
And there was fresh sheds dropped, so that tells you that we're missing a lot out in the wild.
Hold that, Easton.
How many
Easton
miles
found
did
that.
you end up with?
5.8.
5 something.
I ended up with
That's pure natural wild.
5.5. This is 5.5 miles.
And Warren found that one. That's the one. That's one like we were talking about. This deer actually has already been killed.
But so I do think we can conclude that out in the wild, I bet you we're only finding 20.
I figured it's not very many.
20%. That's our guess
Is that
from
what
our
you came up with,
from our
34?
research conclusion. Well, let's just pull them out and count them. One. So here, show them your match.
Every single one.
I only found. Dude, it's for the video. It will do better.
I found
okay?
one.
Trust me.
You need to chill.
I'm just telling you.
I found one of these sides. Eli found this one. This is a workout.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Goodness gracious.
There's two. All right. That was a big one I found. I don't know how much longer that thing was. Three.
Where is it? Right here. Hold on.
This one was probably my favorite whitetail one I found today. Yeah, that one was cool, but that thing is just.
Oh,
an
okay.
absolute
You actually
slammer.
deserve credit for that.
Hold on.
I had one of those too.
He found that under a log, under
Well,
the leaves.
We were
Everything.
eating lunch and this was sticking up. And I found this.
Whatever that just makes me. I think that this is probably that same elk, a different year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found that was the first elk I found.
So there's how many you at? 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so there's 5, and then this one was pretty cool. We'll put the video in there. I had no idea either that it was that big until I pulled it out of there. So there's 6.
6.
7, 8.
Match set, 7, 8.
Right next to each other.
I think we all found some fallow deer.
Yeah.
9, 10.
An elk. 11.
Whatever you want to count that as.
12. 13, 14.
I think this one is Dad's elk sheds.
Yes.
15.
16, 17.
18. 19 and 20.
21, 22, 23, 24.
25, 26, 27.
28, 29, 30.
Here, show them this real quick. This is kind of cool.
That's super cool color.
So this was the very first 2 antlers I found. They're about 100 yards apart, and we're pretty sure that it's the same deer, 2 different years. That was kind of neat. And we don't know why it's like
That
yellow
color.
brown like
But that's
that.
why that elk is black. And he said that's natural color.
So you're telling me this
Like
is
that-
fresh
That could be a
color.
natural color.
or 2 years old?
Yeah,
so how many
like
was that? 32?
When you get all those, it'll be 36 total.
Okay.
It's like this is an elk, and that is the right color. He said that's not that they didn't burn that or nothing. That's just.
If this was all there, that would have been a cool deer.
He found the previous year to that too, or the year after that.
Yeah, he thinks that one was. He thinks that one was this one.
So we have to make sure that everyone understands that we're not trying to fool anybody.
This isn't a high fence.
This isn't a high fence. We're not even trying to joke with people and say we found these in our backyard
I tried to do
in
it.
Iowa. Because I'm sure no matter how we put this out, of course you can go find those in a high fence. We just did this for fun, and it was fun. And so if you like picking up antlers, I would suggest doing it. I mean, it was a good time, and obviously
This
not
is
a
the
lot
first
of people
time
do it.
this one they'd ever done it since they've had it too. So multiple years. So we even helped them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Picked their stuff up for them.
They also, to conclude our research, it tells you that we're not finding that many in the wild. I mean, we're finding a lot for what's there, but the percentage of when we can't figure out, you think, oh, somebody else probably just walked it. That could be true, but a lot of times I think you're just missing them.
Well, several things play into fact. Are they dropped? How many are dropped? The terrain that you're looking for them in, because there were certain places here we were finding antlers because we could see better. And then other places like where you found some of the elk ones was tough. You had to walk right up on them, pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, this was like 400 or 500 acres, and we did 6 miles apiece, but we didn't cover it
We probably
really good. Like,
maybe
we
covered
left most
150
of the.
We didn't get to the
acres
center of
200
it.
acres,
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, so, and we started at 10:30 and we got back here right at 3. And we only stopped to get a drink. We didn't stop and eat lunch or anything like that. So, nice work, guys. Now we're gonna get some individual photos of people who picked up. Good job, Warren.
Thank you.
People who picked up certain stuff.